everyone, it's Tori DeLori, and we're here today in New Jersey with Patrick Botticelli from New Jersey's Outdoor Adventures.
And he's going to give us so much valuable information about how you can stay safe while living in a van.
Tori, thank you very much for having me on your channel today. Well, if you guys don't know me, I'm Patrick with New Jersey's Outdoor Adventures YouTube channel, and I film a lot of van life tours, but I also have my own camper van. This is a 1997 Ford E350 van. It's 19 feet long, and the conversion was done by Airstream. Airstream built 1,384 of these, and today our focus is going to be on van life safety. So some of the things you got to consider: first and foremost, have a fire extinguisher on board. It might not be a bad idea to have two on board. You might need one here by the door and one inside in your kitchen. Also, a flashlight is very important to have. You can't rely on the cell phone flashlight because you don't want to drain your cell phone down unnecessarily if you're stranded somewhere. And make sure it's charged. First aid kit is a must. Over here, I have a dedicated area just for safety equipment. So I made these little pouches here. They're ratchet straps. You never know when you're going to need a ratchet strap. I found out pretty quickly stuff can come off or fall off, or trim can come off your van. You got to be able to strap it back up so you can continue driving. So I have a dedicated area just for ratchet straps. I also have some reflectors, and I also have a bear horn on board that I have right here by the door. This cabinet part is dedicated just for safety. See, it says first aid. I'm prepped and ready for anybody that's bleeding, burns, fractures, sprains. Just read the list and I got them covered. But I have a hatchet in here. Now you could use this while you're camping to cut wood up, but also if you're driving down the trail and you need to remove some debris, you could actually use your hatchet for that. Gorilla tape or duct tape. You could use this for a million things. Definitely get this if you're going to be in a van life. This is something for safety. I consider it to be a safety item. I have a tow strap. This is a four-wheel drive vehicle, and there's always a possibility you could get stuck. It's nice to have your own tow strap. That way, if someone comes up and can help you, that they could pull you out with your own tow strap. Tire repair kit. Now, I have an onboard air compressor in this van, so I can pump up my own tires, but I can't fix a hole in the tire without a tire repair kit. So you really need this. I have a spare tire too, but there's always a chance that you can puncture two tires at once. Then I have a heavy duty jack on board. You got to make sure you can jack up your own van. And I have a plate for underneath the jack so I could really spread the weight out so it doesn't sink into the ground. I also have a shovel in here, and I got some really cool saws, you know, because you're going down the trail. This van's 11 feet tall. You could get some low trees. You might have to cut some of those parts down. And then I have all the tools I need to get the tire off. I even have some multi-tools in here with all different types of bits. So you got to be prepared to really fix anything you really need on board. And then egress inside. You got to identify your exits. Now, I can't get out my back doors because I have them blocked with a bike rack, but I could get out the two front doors, I could get out the side doors, and in a pinch, I could climb up into the bunk area and I could kick the front window out and climb out of the van. Because you never know, if you have a fire on board, it could rapidly spread and you got to be able to get out of the van. All right, let me show you some more stuff that's on board that you need for safety. Smoke detector. Make sure you check the batteries every 6 months. Down behind the driver's seat, there's a propane leak detector all the way down here. So I have propane on board, so I got to make sure that if there's a leak that it's detected. Proper ventilation on board is very important, especially if you're going to be cooking on board with propane. And the last is a CO detector, carbon monoxide detector that I have on board. And definitely check those batteries every 6 months. Another safety item on board, I have internet in here. So I have 4G internet on board. And with that internet, I'm able to have a Nest camera inside. Now, why would you want to have a camera inside your RV in such a small space? Well, I have it for safety. And the reason why is these vans become targets for people potentially breaking in or looking in the windows and seeing valuables. So best practice, I close all the blinds in the van when I park somewhere and I turn the camera on. This camera, if it senses motion inside the van, will send me an alert to my phone. So I know that either someone broke in or someone's jiggling a lock or something, so I can head back to the van and hopefully prevent what's going on. Another thing is an area where to lock your belongings. Now, this isn't the most heavy-duty locker here, but it's another thing. So it's got a little tiny locker. You can put a big one here, and I could throw some gear inside of here that way if someone broke into the van and they're just looking to smash and grab something, this would be a little bit more difficult for them to grab. Tori, thank you very much for having me on your channel today. I hope my items of safety are going to be helpful for your viewers. Well, this is Patrick with New Jersey's Outdoor Adventures YouTube channel. Thanks for joining me.
Boom.
All right.
Mic drop.